I'm Shreya and this is Decoding Code. In this video, we are going to be looking at a Fibonacci sequence program and we're going to be using recursion in this method. And yeah, there is a version without recursion. There is a version without recursion, but I will be showing you guys the version with recursion. Let's start off with a little bit of a definition. The Fibonacci sequence is a sequence where each number is the sum of the two numbers before it, and the first two numbers are always 0 and 1. So this sequence will always be the same, and we're trying to get it in a certain size in this program. Starting off, we can see that I have some static integers here, and as I told you guys, the first and second numbers will always be 0 and 1, and these integers are static because they belong to the class itself, and that way I can use them in the method and I can use them in this class. They belong to the class itself, not the instance of that class. So this way they will always stay the same and they won't vary based on the instance or object. And I also have this other one, and it's just the third number. I'm setting that to 0 for now, but it will change in the future. I'm just kind of instantiating these integers. Now I have this method, we have the parameter of that integer size. Each time this is going to go through, and basically I'm only doing this if size is greater than 0. So in this code, size is going to keep decreasing. So when size is 0, then this will not go through anymore. So if size is greater than 0, then what I want to do is I want to set the third number to the first number plus the second number. And this is because any number is the sum of the two numbers before it. So that's why I'm saying the first number and second number added is the third number. And then we're going to move up the first number and second number. So we're going to make the first number equal to the second number, and then the second number will become the third number. It will print the third number, and then we're going to call the method and run through it again, but except size will decrease by 1. So then size will become 9. If I put in 10 the first time, then size will become 9, and then size is still greater than 0. So this will keep going through as long as it is greater than 0. Each time the second number is becoming the sum, so that in the sequence, the first number will become the second number. It'll basically just move up like that, and then the number after them is just the sum, and then it'll move up again. The number after is the sum, move up again, and then that will keep happening for this size. And we are not printing that 0 and 1 in the first place. We're only starting from printing that third number because it keeps going through, right? So if I printed that 0 and 1, then this would happen. So it keeps going through, and every single time that it goes through, it's going to print the 0 and 1 because it's recursion, so it's calling itself. So each time the method calls itself, it's going to print that 0 and 1 in between every number, and also after the last number, since it'll go through and then it'll print the 0 and 1, and then it'll realize that, oh, size is actually equal to 0. So it can't go through this, and then it'll end by just printing 0 and 1 again. And we definitely don't want that because it's interrupting the Fibonacci sequence that we wanted to print. And we actually just wanted to print this N3 and that 0 and 1 just at the beginning. That's why I'm going to print it before I call the method instead of now, because it'll keep going through and I don't want it to mess up anything or interrupt anything. If we go over to this class, I created an object of this integer utils, commented this out because that's from a different thing. And then I'm setting this count to 10 because I want there to be 10 of the numbers printed out here. And then I'm going to print out that 0 and 1 here. And then I am calling that method, and I'm actually going to say count minus 2 because I only want 10 numbers printed, and I'm actually already printing 2 over here. So we can see how that works, and that's great. It's giving us 10 numbers from the Fibonacci sequence. We can set this to way higher as well if I want to. If I want there to be 20 actually, then there can be, and you can see it gets pretty large pretty fast. but the code can handle that and it works fine. If you enjoyed this example and this helped you understand a little bit more about recursion, then hopefully you can like this video and subscribe to help my channel grow and stay alive. If you want to, you can also comment down below. I hope you actually learned from this and tried the exercise by yourself. If you want to do that, go do that right now and it will help you understand a little bit more. But other than that, that's it for this week. I upload every single week on Mondays, so I will see you next Monday. Bye.